You're a third-rate duelist with a fourth-rate deck.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I will present you with my 6 samurai deck that I reached dual level max with, and I also believe it is kind of different than most of builds out there for 6 samurai. So first of all, the skill. I am playing the tie that binds. I believe it is the best skill for the deck. It is better than beatdown. Yes, beatdown is okay as well, but I believe ties is better, that's why I'm using it. Now for the deck list, I am playing 2 Kizan with total play 3. If I had 3, I'm free to play. Not available to me a third Kizan yet. I will maybe go for it. If I had 3, I would totally play them though, so do so if you have them. Then 1 NEC. You probably need to play more of this card. I was just playing around with this build. I started with it and finished with it. I haven't really changed anything in it. Then 2 Kageki, 1 Hand of the 6 Samurai, which in my opinion is an amazing deck. So this card is not once per turn, and at the same time can get rid of monsters that you and your CN have trouble getting rid of, like maybe Reactor Dragons or Blue Eyes or even another CN. So I love playing this card and it helped me a lot in the first stage of the cup. Then 3 Fuma and 3 Legendary Secret, which I believe is pretty standard. And at my last monster spot is Kagemusha of the 6 Samurai. Now, Kagemusha and Kageki I am mainly playing because I like having variety on ways to summon CN from my extra deck. So obviously if I have Dojo, I play Dojo, I normal summon Kageki, special summon another 6 Samurai, and then I special summon from the deck Kagemusha and I synchro summon. That is one way to get him out, and then you can also do all the Fuma ways as well. Then in my spell and trap lineup, I am running 2 6 Samurai United. I only have 2, would probably play 3. I am not so sure. It's not like I felt sometimes that I missed 1 6 Samurai United. 2 can be fine. Then 1 enemy controller, amazing card for the deck. In general, for decks that swarm the field fast, enemy controller can always be great. 3 Science Dojo, amazing card. And then is 1 Treacherous Trap Hole. I am not playing Dual Wield. In theory, I do not like the card. I have never tried it, so I might be wrong in not liking it. And I'm not saying it's a bad card, I will try it before the second stage. Treacherous I would probably drop, and it is the main card I would drop from this deck, probably for a second enemy controller. I'm not so sure about what I would replace it with, maybe a Dual Wield, but I would drop it because in the mirror it's not that helpful. It is a good card and it helped me a lot during my climb to dual level max, but I think that a second enemy controller maybe can help you more. Now, as far as my extra deck goes, I am playing 2 CN, that is the core amount of CNs. If I had a third one, maybe I would play him. Then 2 Armades, you only need 1, and then Stardust Charge Warrior. You don't even need that card, I just put it in there to have 5 cards in the extra deck. I have never even summoned it. So let's go to the first replay. By the way, I did not record anything from my climb because I had fun with the deck. I tried to figure it out, I totally forgot. So these are all replays from Platinum, and to be honest, the deck didn't really do good in Platinum. So here against the Joy, I can get a CN in my first turn. He's activating Flute of the Summon Kuribo, smart move because I would negate that with CN. And now that I know that he has a Winged Kuribo, I can first of all get another Synchro Summon, and second of all play Armades. I could play a second CN, but I decided to go for game and it worked here. So there are places for Armades in your Synchro Summons, so be careful with that because Armades can win you games. In the next duel, I am going against a Weevil. If I lose, I rank down. So Weevils can be tricky matchups because most of them play Parasite Infestation and Burn or Amazonas. So you need to be careful in those matchups. This hand is not the best hand. Obviously I cannot see in first turn, so that's not really good. Every hand I can get a CN out of is an okay hand in my book. So right here I still cannot synchro summon, and I just attack, I want him to activate his back row. Now he's gonna attack the Fuma, but I will use Treacherous Trap Hole to get Fuma's effect and get his Amazones off the field. Now I can get a CN and I can get a second CN, which I will do right here because that's gonna be a negate from one CN, and I want to have two negates because against Weevils it is super important. He knows he's lost, he's probably annoyed, so he scooped. The next duel is against a Jesse Anderson, and I would like to show you this duel more for educational purposes, let's say. It is a mirror match, and he did something that I thought was a misplay. So right here, he does all his plays, he can draw a crazy amount of cards in his first turn, but now I am going to Synchro Summon. So he has enemy controller. He stops my Synchro Summoning by taking my Kizan. He should have taken Fuma because if I had another Kizan, that would be a Synchro Summon into CN again. He was lucky, I didn't, that was a misplay. He should have gone for the tuner. Always go for the tuner. Now he can get CN on the field and he can get Tukageki, so I'm in trouble right here. I don't lose though, and I could probably have game next turn with all the counters that my dojos have, but he had an enemy controller and I lost. But I showed you this duel because you should always target, or most of the times, target the tuner with your card effects. Here I am playing against Dinos. Once again, I lose and I lose a rank. So I didn't really have a winning streak with this deck in Platinum. Right here, I don't have the best hand, but I can Synchro Summon, so that is good in my book. I get my CN, he has two face downs. Against Dinos, you need to have in mind that you cannot negate Survival's End from their graveyard. You can only do when they activate it, obviously, on the field. Now, I can, right here, go for a second CN, and I'm pretty confident right now, since I have two negates, that I'm in a great situation. He only has one face down and two cards in hand. So that is one monster, one face down. I'm pretty sure right now he has Survival's End. I negate Eldonia, and then I'm not going to negate his Survival's End, which could be a misplay, but I knew he couldn't do anything special. I had two CN and he had nothing in hand, and he knows he can't do anything, so he just scoops. I believe for the last duel it is fitting for me to show you a mirror match, because you will find a lot of those if you're playing 6-Sam in the second stage of the cup. Now here I cannot Synchro Summon into CN, unfortunately, but I can set Fuma so I can get a level 4 6 Samurai from my deck and Synchro Summon next turn. Now I used Treacherous to disrupt his Synchro Summon. That did not work. Fuma's effect can tilt you really bad, and yes, he did waste kind of a lot of his resources, but at the same time, he got what he wanted. He got his CN. Fortunately for me, I can get my CN as well, and I can get over his CN and at the same time damage his life points. And that is the reason that Treacherous can't really disrupt the CN play because of Fuma. That is the reason that I will most likely drop Treacherous Trap Hole, because in the mirror, it is not the most helpful card. Now here, he's playing a Cypher Soldier, and that really surprised me. So I'm using CN's effect to protect him by killing Kizan, and next turn, fortunately, I top deck Hand of the 6-Sam. And as you can see here, that's how much this deck can help you out. So these are the duels I had for you today. I believe you can learn something from each one of them. Maybe how to play 6-Sams or how to play against 6-Sams in the second stage of the cup. Good luck to all of you with your KC Cup goals and journey, and of course, I hope you liked the deck list. I tried to provide something different for you and not something you have seen already like 1,000 times. So you can leave your comments for the deck list in the comments down below. And of course, what are you gonna be playing in the second stage of the KC Cup if you want to disclose? Leave a like if you enjoyed, and of course don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. Join my Discord, link will be in the description, super friendly community right there. We are talking a lot about the KC Cup, so you can join the conversation. Thank you for watching, see you in the next one.